England still trail by a further 108 runs as we begin day 3 of play here at Headingley. Leeds, whatever you like to call it. And they're 4 for 113. That's an inside edge from Ben Stokes. It'll go away to the boundary. Start things off here for England. Josh Hazlewood bowling quite nicely here today on day 3. Australia will take a little bit of time to get into their rhythm with their bowling. Try and work out the best way of going about things as England continue to chip away at this lead. They've got it underneath 100 runs. Bit of a shout here from the Aussies, but it appeared like there was an inside edge there. Umpire says not out. Pat Cummins now continuing as England. I think they're going to need to bat really quite well today, and to do that, they're going to need to make sure that they're at their best. We have a look at how England got in this position, and it's based off some of these first innings totals. They've taken, they have not led at a single end of the first innings. Back at Edgbaston, they made 344, but Australia made 458. And the last 2 innings, they've only managed a measly 118, including today, this Test match where they collapsed with quite a number of wickets for not many runs. So they only have themselves to blame to being in these types of positions. Remember, Australia still do get to bat again after this, so England will need to make at least 93 more runs to force Australia to bat again as Peter Siddle comes into the attack and he's snagged the outside edge of Ben Stokes' bat. The finger goes up. Australia get their opening wicket of the day. It comes from Peter Siddle. And he's been a live wire since coming into this Australian side. He's been very reliable. He's managed to snag 2 or 3 wickets per innings and really just contributed to this Australian team when required. So Ben Stokes gone for 21. England 5 for 130. They still continue to trail by a decent margin as well. Johnny Bairstow to the crease. Now, Jos Buttler and Johnny Bairstow have made reasonable scores in this series, both I think with half centuries to their name. Buttler with 100, and he's the leading run scorer, of course, in the series. So if anyone is going to steer England towards a bit of a lead here heading into that 4th innings, it's going to be Jos Buttler. He just needs someone to stick around with him, and hopefully for his sake, Johnny Bairstow's that man. This is a quality pull shot away to the boundary. And Bairstow playing nice and aggressive here. And we saw the run rate also yesterday push up as the Australians came into bat. They started to play the wicket a little bit better. They were much better with their aggressiveness at the crease and really put the pressure on the England bowlers. Oh, that's close. That's out. I think that is out. Nathan Lyon gets Johnny Bairstow. He was just playing a bit of a forward defence. There's a few little deflections in here. We'll make sure we digest each one of them from the replay. So Nathan Lyon just flying it up there, drifting it outside off stump. It looks like it's hit the bat onto the foot, onto the glove, and then it's popped out towards Marnus Labuschagne. And Australia get wicket number 6. They're closing in on what is likely to be a 2-1 lead, a big victory in this matchup. Is what's looking like it's on the cards. Of course, even Chris Wokes has been able to put in a handy little partnership here or there. So we'll see how England perform. This is a shout. Is there any bat involved? Because a catch was taken. Umpire says no. He's at LBW. Australia going to go upstairs with the review. And it is missing leg stumps. A lot of turn here for Nathan Lyon, who hasn't really performed massively in this second innings as he's going for another shout here. Is it out? Not quite. Probably going down the leg side once again as Jos Buttler looks to increase the run rate with a quality shot here. And we just spoke about, I guess, Nathan Lyon's effectiveness in second innings. He's only taken 4 wickets across the 2 second innings of the opening 2 test matches. Australia feel like if they are going to win today, knock England off without batting again, Nathan Lyon's going to be a key factor in that. So while he hasn't delivered with the ball in the second innings yet, his first innings wickets have been critical to keeping England to a low score and of course getting Australia with quite a lead heading into those second inningses. Inningses, is that even a word? Siddle continuing. It's the dot ball here. So England have chipped away at this total. They've got it down to just 60. Oh, playing a miss. Not sure how that missed everything. It's a quality shot from Jos Buttler. 3 point for 4 more. So he's playing quite nicely. 37 now from 45. Another quality shot. That's 4 runs. All of a sudden the lead of Australia just down to 50. Oh, even that from Woakes. There's a shout from the Aussies. No, says the umpire. Didn't hear any real noise there. As Buttler continues to hammer the ball. That's 4. That's his half century. And he continues to be the most reliable batsman in this series so far. That's probably close to 400 runs for Jos Buttler for the series with that 50 as Chris Woakes gets away with an outside edge there for 4. There. Oh, Labuschagne into the attack. And he's got the edge. He's got the wicket. So spin today, providing the goods for Australia. First Nathan Lyon, now Marnus Labuschagne. And Australia have got another one. England now 7 down. I think this is Chris Woakes who is going to depart. Oh no, it is Jos Buttler gone. So that's a massive wicket for Australia. 7 for 189 England. And geez, it is looking in a bit of dire straits now. Stuart Broad to the crease. But let's have a look here at the England collapses. This is sort of when they've lost more than 1 wicket per 20 runs is how we're defining a collapse. They lost 3 for 20 back at Edgbaston. Lords, they were 7 for 74 in that first innings. And even at Headingley, this test match, they lost 8 for 27 in that opening innings. So a massive collapse there. While they haven't really collapsed in this innings, they have just lost wickets regularly. There hasn't been a strong partnership. It's sort of been 20 and 30 runs before they lose a wicket. There hasn't been too much going on outside of, you know, the top few batsmen. That is a quality shot from Stuart Broad away for 4. And this England are only trailing now by just 13 runs. Oh, a bit of a cutter there from Josh Hazlewood. And he's bowled him. That is out. Josh Hazlewood gets Stuart Broad. So England 8 down now. They're still 13 runs behind. And Stuart Broad is gone. So Australia just need 2 more wickets for victory. England need another 13 runs to just make Australia bat again. Remember, Australia, of course, still have a second innings to bat again. So this is quite a demoralising score for the English side so far. Jofra Archer in to the crease. Will Australia even need to bat again if they can get these 2 wickets? Dawn a shout straight away, but I think it's going over the top and probably down the leg side as well. So England survived the first session on day 3. They lost 4 wickets though. Put them 8 for 208. They lost 4 for about 100 there. So again, never really settled with a partnership. No, none of the partnerships today. There was one partnership worth 46. The rest of them sub 30 partnerships. They just haven't been able to put it together in this test match, and it's what sees them in such a lackluster position. And the fact that Australia is closing in on victory. Now we've got Cummins maybe coming around the wicket as Hazlewood continues here. That is racing away towards the boundary. They'll just pick up 1. So England just 11 runs behind now. 8 for 210. As Woakes continues to play. And he's played quite nicely here. He's made 23 runs or 24 runs now from a lot of deliveries. He's been at the crease now for 94 deliveries. So this is like almost how Cameron Bancroft played his innings. Very slow. Of course, he was trying to keep Jos Buttler in. Was Chris Woakes. Now, a lot of the pressure is heaped on him. That's a wicket. England 9 down now. There's still 5 runs behind. It's Pat Cummins who gets it, and a good sharp chance taken at the gully there from, I think it was Bancroft, was it, who took that catch? Can't quite see here. It was Cameron Bancroft. So England 9 for 216. They still need 5 runs to force Australia back out into the middle. Jack Leach to the crease, and he has not hung around for very long when he has come in. Nathan Lyon has dismissed him a couple of occasions in this series so far. He's the one bowling right now. Jofra Archer on strike. Nathan Lyon. And he gets an outside edge. So they'll get away with a 1 here. The lead of Australia's just down to 4. It's down to 1 now. And of course, the cover drive there from Jack Leach. Is it going to the boundary? No, Australia will save it. But it is enough to give England the lead. They lead it now by 3 runs or 2 runs. So they have got the lead. Yeah, or they lead by 1. They only ran 2 then. It's sort of strange. I thought they ran more than that. But so far, England, they've forced Australia to bat again. Whether they bat for longer than 5 minutes will be determined by how long this pairing goes for. There's another good shot there from Leach. Keep it to just 2 again, the Aussies. Really nicely in the field here. Just saving all these runs. They would have loved to not bat again, but of course they're going to be forced out there at some stage. And Jofra Archer getting in on the action here and taking a shorter boundary on the offside. A couple more runs. And then getting that lead up. They might have a half a sniff here. It's a 5-run lead at the moment. Not bad at all. It's a quality shot from Archer. Now they're continuing to just place the ball in the gaps. No, they're not a realistic chance at this point. Only a 7-run lead, but if they can just keep going and even push the total into the 50 or 60, we'll just give them a half a sniff at winning this one. Oh, not going to do it with shots like that. Sit around the wickets. They're having a go here. Is this out? No, says the umpire, and no, says Australia. So England continue to survive. They might even get all the way through the new ball. They lead it by 15 runs right now. That's close. It might have been outside the line of off stump. So Archer just chops this one away from Lyon for a single. The lead up to 16 runs. Nathan Lyon to Jack Leach now. This is close. They're going up for it. Gee, we've seen Nathan Lyon turn the ball a long way today. Australia are going to go upstairs and review this decision. They'll get their reviews back in a few overs. Regardless, it's not out. Pitching outside leg was possibly going on to clip leg stump, but given not out there by the umpire. So Lyon just going to put as much pressure on as he can and try and get this final wicket for Australia. There it is. Clean bowls him. Jack Leach has not done too kindly to Nathan Lyon so far in this series. Goodbye to his middle and off stump, which have just been absolutely knocked out of the ground there from Nathan Lyon. So the total Australia require to win this match, just 17 runs. He ended up taking 4 wickets in the second innings, Nathan Lyon. We said he was going to be a massive factor in this game. He's got 7 for the match now, as Australia just require 17 runs to win and take a 2-1 lead in this series here at Headingley, going into that 4th test match. So Stuart Broad to David Warner to start us off here on Australia's chase. And honestly, there's probably not too much to gain here if you're David Warner or Cameron Bancroft. You would want to survive, obviously. It's a tricky little total. Obviously not in terms of winning the match, but it's tricky enough to, maybe force you on the back foot a little bit. And, if you get out, you just look like pretty silly because it's just 16 runs required. So you wouldn't want to get out in this stage with just a couple of runs required for a victory. Australia off the mark there with Bancroft. Full toss, or not really that full enough. It was full enough to get the half volley, and Bancroft driving, gets the outside edge. Stuart Broad gets the wicket. We're saying there's not much to gain from an Australian perspective. And Bancroft getting out here with a catch from Joe Root at first slip, not getting overly animated about it, knowing that the game is probably beyond them at this stage. But, that could cost maybe a Bancroft a spot in the team as they look to cement a new, a batting order and a side that will take them to winning this series. They're now 2-1 up. Khawaja chops this away for a couple more. And they'll just peg this total in or reel it in as quickly as they can. You think Australia. But it'll be interesting to see what changes happen for the next Test match. You'd expect Steve Smith to come back, so that's a batting spot that isn't going to be available. And quite possibly Marcus Harris included if Cameron Bancroft is not picked in the side. We've seen David Warner find some form. Here's Usman Khawaja. He's finding some form now. There's a couple of boundaries in a row. Australia just need 3 more to win. So they are closing in on victory. Wokes to Warner. It's a 3-run lead for England right now. So it's 4 to win, actually. Yep. As he tips this one away to the onside. Khawaja getting that to the offside. No run. Driving again. So they are trying to get this last 2 runs here, the Australians. That's an edge. Khawaja's going to have to go. He was trying to play a little too aggressive, driving a ball that should never really have been driven. He's gone for 12. And it'll bring Marnus Labuschagne to the crease. But it won't matter from his perspective because David Warner has hit the winning runs. Australia lead the series 2-1. They win here at Headingley. And this series is closing in on a big finish. Australia just need to draw one of the next 2 matches in order to retain the Ashes. England, of course, must win the next 2 games on this calendar, on this fixture, to be able to win the series and win the Ashes back. So Australia, they win by 8 wickets in what was quite a convincing victory. Not really too much required from them. Only 1 real long batting stint out in the middle. And we'll see what England can dish up in the 4th Ashes Test match coming up in about a week and a half. So we'll see how that all plays out. We will tune in with you guys for the 4th Test match. And I hope you all enjoyed this one. Australia getting home by 8 wickets. And they look quite dominant heading into the fourth match of the series. They lead at 2-1. Thank you for watching. We will see you all later.